This is Ellis Starr with your Key Races and Bets podcast for Saturday, July 19th, 2025. This Key Races and Bets podcast brought to you by Amwager.com, AMWAGR. Amwager.com is a great, completely legal online wagering website for horse racing. Amwager.com is U.S.-based, is legal for residents of most states, carries most tracks in North America, as many around the world. Check it out, Amwager.com. You can also get the written version of this podcast, the Key Races and Bets blog, free at Amwager.com. Go to Amwager.com, click on How to Bet and Ellis Starr's blog. We're going to start with the first of a few really nice races at Saratoga on Saturday, July 19th. Started with race 8, not a stakes race. The next 3 are stakes races, but this is an allowance race. And it's a race that was on the card last week, but with a lot of scratches because it was taken off turf. I think got a shot again. This is race 8 at Saratoga. And the post time is 4:29 Eastern. The top contender is Taraj. Taraj, who was entered last week and scratched when the race scheduled for grass, as I said earlier, was moved to dirt, is an exceptionally well-bred colt. He cost more than $600,000 at auction in Europe last year. Taraj won 1 of 4 races in Europe, finishing second or third in 2 others, excluding the 10th of 12 effort last June 2024 at Royal Ascot, in which he likely had issues necessitating him coming to run in the U.S. Taraj has been acclimating very well for Hall of Fame trainer Bill Mott, gets the bar's leading jockey in Junior Alvarado, and his third-place effort on grass in a Group 3 stakes off a 5-month layoff last May, also 2024, tells me all I need to know about how well Taraj could run in an allowance race here, in which many have run at this non-winners of one other than level multiple times without winning. Bill Mott and Junior Alvarado won with a similar European import in February at 12-1, and another ran second recently. So it appears Taraj has enough class edge to win in his U.S. debut. In race 8 at Saratoga, 4:29 Eastern, Saturday, July 19th, Taraj can be bet to win at 2-1 or more. Moving to the next race, the first of 3 really good graded stakes. This is the Caress Stakes, raced on Saratoga, Saturday, July 19th, 5:04 Eastern. The win contenders are Zeitlos, Future is Now, and Pipsy. For second on exacta tickets, the third on trifectas, we can consider Pandora's Gift and Carry You. Zeitlos won 6 of 9 last year, earned nearly $800,000. All but one of those was on dirt, including winning the higher level grade 2 CCA Stakes last October. Zeitlos was entered to run on grass last May and won that race, but moved to dirt with a visually impressive rally from last of 6. Then she did run in the grass, finally, in the 2024 edition of this race, the Caress Stakes. Rallied from last of 10 to be in a 5-horse blanket for the win, beating 2 necks and 2 heads for the win. Zeitlos then took 6 months off from November until May and won her comeback nicely at 6 furlongs on dirt again, then finished third at 7 furlongs in the higher level grade 2 stakes last month. The cutback in distance suits her well, as does a slight drop in class. We know she likes the grass. The only horse in this field to have run in last year's Caress, as well as Zeitlos, is Future is Now, who will go to post at lower odds than Zeitlos. But considering Zeitlos got within a half leg the Future is Now last year in this race and is capable of winning, she gets slight preference. Future is Now also had a big 2024 campaign, winning 5 of 9, over $500,000, all on grass. She was off for 4 months until this April, and like Zeitlos, won her 2025 debut in the Giants Causeway Stakes, identical to this one at 5.5 furlongs on turf for grade 3. Last month in the higher level grade 2 Intercontinental, Future is Now finished only a half leg behind the winner Pipsy. After a little traffic trouble with a half mile to run, she has no knocks, will be no surprise if winning, and a high probability to hit the board. Similarly, Pipsy is a perfect 2 for 2 this year, having won in April following 6 months off and winning the Intercontinental last month on the grass at Saratoga at the distance. She won her U.S. debut in April of last year, 2024, also a grade 3 stakes, like this one, lost 3 straight before taking time off, and the 2 nice wins this year. As such, Pipsy rounds out a trio which has the bulk of the probability to win. Pandora's Gift and Carry You have both finished behind Pipsy, Future is Now, or both in similar stakes, but could complete the exacta or trifecta. In the Caress, raced on at Saratoga Saturday, the 19th of July, 5:04 Eastern, all 3 win contenders here, Zeitlos, for futures now in Pipsy, all about the same probability to win. I think if you ran the race 100 times, it'd all win about 30% of the time, which puts them around 5-2. Therefore, fair odds are going to be 5-2, and I won't hesitate to bet 2 of the 3 if they happen to go to post at 5-2 or more. If not, I'll just bet the one at the highest odds. And all 3 must be considered for doubles, pick threes, and multi-race wagers, even if odds are too low for WinBet. In the exacta, Zeitlos futures now in Pipsy over. Zeitlos futures now Pipsy, Pandora's Gift, and Carry You. And then a second exacta would just be boxing the top 3 contenders. Zeitlos futures now in Pipsy. Moving on to race 10 at Saratoga on July 19th, Saturday. This is the Coaching Club America Oaks, the CCA Oaks, post time 5:38. The win contenders are Immersive, Take Charge Milady, and La Cara. Immersive missed by a neck to Take Charge Milady in the Monomoy Stakes last month at Churchill Downs, but Immersive is likely to improve enough to beat Take Charge Milady this time, as she was coming back from 7.5 months away from the races in that race. Immersive was a perfect 4-for-4 in 2024. She missed the Oaks this year and all the preps lead-ups, but she culminated last year with a win in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. She won last August at Saratoga, taking the Spinaway Stakes, and being proven over the track and making her second start off a layoff gets a slight edge. Take Charge Milady may have not run at Saratoga previously compared to Immersive and La Cara, but she put in a spectacular half-mile drill coming into the race on the train track at Saratoga, suggesting she will run another A race following her win last month. That workout, July 12th, was 47 flat, best of 60 on the day for a half mile. Earlier this year, Take Charge Milady won the Martha Washington Stakes, finished second to La Cara in the Ashland, but 12th of 13 in the Kentucky Oaks. But she rebounded big time tomorrow, my girl, and must be respected. La Cara is 2 for 3 at Saratoga, including a win last month at this distance in the similar Grade 1 Acorn Stakes, where she led from start to finish the same way she's earned her other 2 wins this year. Dylan Davis was up in the saddle on La Cara for all 3 and rides again. In the Oaks, La Cara set the pace for a mile and tired badly, but rebounded last month. The fact she rebounded last month shows she can be very tough in the 3-year-old filly division, so she rounds out the 3 who can win. In the CCA Oaks Invitational, Race 10 Saratoga, Saturday, July 19th, 5:38 Eastern. Similar to the last race, the Caress. In this race, 3 contenders all have about the same probability to win, but a little higher in the 90% range. That means about 2-1 for each. So, I would look for 2-1 or better on any of the 3. Immersive, Take Charge Milady, La Cara. Definitely bet the one that's the highest odds. If 2 are 2-1 or better, I might bet both. Moving on to the last of this great sequence, the Alfred G. Vanderbilt Handicap, race 11 at Saratoga on Saturday, July 19th, 6:13 Eastern. The win contenders are Nakatomi, Book'em and Skelly for second position, and maybe for the win on some exact tickets, Mulligan, who also can be used in pick threes, pick fours, and doubles. Now, Nakatomi won the 2024 Vanderbilt at 3-1 over Skelly, who was the favorite that day. It appears both will run similarly well today. Nakatomi won this race last year off a third-place finish in the $2 million Dubai Golden Shaheen Stakes at the end of March, and this year ran even better in that race, missing by a neck at the end. But he's run once since this year. That race can be ignored completely, as Nakatomi tossed his head in the air at the start and gave his opponents a 5-length lead after a few yards. Tossed it out. Jockey Jaramillo rode Nakatomi for the first time when traveling to Dubai with him. Gets back on after Irad Ortiz Jr. rode last out. I suspect Irad Ortiz Jr. would be aboard Nakatomi, but Irad is in New Jersey today at Monmouth to ride the big Haskell Day card. So Jaramillo's got no knocks, in my opinion. Book'em Dano just won the slightly lower grade 2 True North Stakes at Saratoga last month. He also won the Greater Woody Stevens Stakes on the same weekend as the True North, but a year ago when he was a 3-year-old. Paco Lopez has been aboard for Book'em Dano's last 2 wins, and he returns to the distance where he's 3 for 3 in his career. Skelly is a speed horse on the rail. That's not a problem because the 2 horses outside of him are not speed horses, which should enable Skelly to get the lead from the start. He led from the start and to the finish in April, following 5 months off, then dominated in a stakes race at this 6-furlong trip in May at Oaklawn. In his only start since then, at the end of May at Churchill Downs, he had to duel pretty hard for the lead in the first quarter and cost him dearly fading to 6th. He may not have that problem that he may be clear, which should give him a nice breather. In addition, course, he was second in last year's Vanderbilt of setting the pace, and he was a 6-5 favorite that year. Mulligan is another contender, very probable to finish second, is nearly so to win, given his career record is 5 wins and 5 seconds and 1/3 in 13 races, including a runner-up effort behind Book of Dano last month in the True North Stakes. In the Alfred G. Vanderbilt, race 11 at Saratoga, Saturday, July 19th, 6:13 Eastern. For win bets, I'll start with Nakatomi, who I give slight preference to, and I'm looking for 9-5 or more. For Book of Dano, I will consider a bet at 2-1 or more, and Skelly at 5-2, and I will not hesitate to bet more than one if they're above those fair odds. All three contenders plus Mulligan has to be used on any pick 3, pick 4 double tickets you play involving this race 11. For the exact, there's 2 tickets here. The first is going to be Nakatomi, Bookham Dano, and Skelly over Nakatomi, Bookham Dano, Skelly, and Mulligan. The second is going to be the opposite of that, which is going to be Nakatomi, Bookham Dano, Skelly, and Mulligan over Nakatomi, Bookham Dano, and Skelly. That way, if Nakatomi, Bookham Dano, and Skelly, if any two of those three run 1-2, we win it twice. But I don't want to leave Mulligan off. We may get some value in this race as well. Don't forget, you can get the written version of this Key Races and Bets podcast, the aptly named Key Races and Bets blog, totally free. It's at amwager.com, AMWAGER, amwager.com. Click on How to Bet Dollar Stars blog to get the Key Races and Bets blog. While you're there, if you're not a member, look around. Sign up. Legal for residents of 38 states. Lots of tools, lots of perks. A really good place to bet all weekend. I know I'll be there. Hope you will as well. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.